Presented by a National Commissioner with the National Assembly Service Commission, Honorable Akamo Hakim Olabode, representing Southwest. Please let's welcome him. A round of applause, please. Represented here this morning by distinguished Senator Saeed Al-Kadi, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on the Chairman, Governing Council, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, represented here by House Committee Chairman on Youth, Sports and Social Development, Honorable Yemi Adaramodu, represented here by his Special Assistant on Youth and Sports and Social Development and Student Matters, Barrister Oscar. Members of the Governing Council of the National Institute for Legislative and Commission, Engineer Ahmed Kadi Amshi, will be represented here. The former clerk to the National Assembly, Democratic Studies, and the management team of NILDS. Our Queen's Mistress, Mrs. Maupe Ogun Yusuf of the Channel Participating Schools, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the final Youth Competition for Secondary Schools in the Federal Capital Territory on the Legislature and Democracy, organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, in collaboration with FCT Secondary Education Board and the largest television network in Africa, the NTA. This has been an annual ritual of some sort, and since its inception in the year 2015, and counts together for the chief convener of this program, the Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Professor Abubakar Olayiwa.
Your Excellency, the President of Senate, distinguished Senator Herbert Ibrahim Lawal, COM, PhD, Your Excellency, the Speaker of the House, Chairman of Boards of NILDS are present, Your Excellency.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Yemi Adaramodu. I'm the Chairman of the Committee on Development, and I'm standing in here dutifully for the Right Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Ferdinand Dabiamia. For being here today. I am delighted to be here with so many bright young people to participate in what I believe will be an exciting and immensely beneficial experience for all involved. I thank the Director General of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies for organizing this year's edition of the Quiz competition and for providing an opportunity for brilliant students from across the Federal Capital Territory, the FCT, to engage in an exercise that tests and expands the limits of their knowledge. Any competition of this nation is an important part of the academic and social development of our young people in Nigeria. Through this competition, and other young people also learn to be gracious in victory and honorable in defeat. All of these are helpful lessons for the future. So, I encourage, that is, Mr. Speaker, encourages all of you who will participate in today's event to do so with courage and intelligence and candor, with confidence and the certainty that no matter what the outcome may be, you are participating in an event and learning lessons that will stand you in good stead. And I thank you all for being here today. God bless.
His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, PhD, CON, who doubles as the Chairman of the National Assembly and the Chairman Governing Council, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies. Let's please welcome his representative to speak on his behalf at this juncture. Let's please welcome distinguished Senator Handmaid, the resigning
the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Badabia Mila, who is represented by my own brother, Honorable Yemi Adamo, the Chairman, House Committee on Youth Development, honorable members of the Federal House of Representatives that are here present, the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Okumawumi, who is represented by Special Assistant on Youth Development, the Director General National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies, my own brother, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, invited guests, teachers, participants. I am here at the instance of the President of the Senate, Senator Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, PhD, CON, Sardauna Made, who is unavoidably absent. And he asked me to come and represent him and present his remark on this auspicious occasion. It is a delight to witness the last stage of the 6th edition of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies FCT Secondary School competition. It is even more pleasing to see that the competition is in its 6th year. This shows a commitment to the cause of encouraging our youth, consistent with matters. It is also encourages involvement in the national and international conversations, given the wide range of questions the students are responding to. This eventually helps the students to see themselves as true stakeholders, not only in producing knowledge, but also in the bid to articulate information towards social progress. I commend the Institute for this initiative, and it is also laudable that it is in partnership with the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, from encouraging more participation from other students. The exercise can also entertain and educate. The benefits are therefore many. It is the reason we will continue to support the Legislative and Democratic Institute to sustain training and programs helpful to institution and human resource growth. I encourage their effort, and I am also assured they will rest on their oars in their contribution to bridging the knowledge gap in our system. To declare this edition of National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies FCT Secondary School competition open. God bless you.
The National Assembly, Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, speaking not only as observers, they're also here to be able to learn a lesson from here too, and that will help them in the nearest future. Blessed Precious Children Academy, Soka Lube, Samuel Jonathan Government Secondary School, Piakasa, GSS Ludukola, GSS Kuba, Christ the King College, Gwagwalada, Divine Mercy Secondary School, Asokoro, Government Secondary School, Day, GSS Piakasa, Blessed and Precious Academy, Lube, and Federal Government College, Wali. Let's give all of them a resounding applause. Slight challenge. She's asking those questions. So I'm going to please, I don't know who amongst the parents here would want to give honorably relinquish his or her seat to the quiz mistress so we can then invite her over here. And then, of course, we make sure that the person is coming to us. We're just going to Yusuf of Channel Celebration. I'd like to invite the participating schools to then take their seats, because there are seats that are meant for you, those of you that are participating. Participating in this quiz. Can I kindly pray for your indulgence, for your kind understanding? Up to the third row. So I think we have to plead with some of our directors from the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies for their kind understanding. There are seats on the other side of the aisle. Please, then you pick just one paper. And please, I'll have the paper and we'll announce the name of the school. Ladies and gentlemen, Government Secondary School, Jikwoyi. Round of applause for them. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for him. Government Secondary School, Bwari, ladies and gentlemen. The Secretary and DG, Secondary Education Board. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Handmaid Girls College, Kuje. Where are you? The representative should come this way, please. The Honorable Commissioner representing South, and then just shuffle and pick one paper, just one. Thank you. There's a round of applause for him. With this. Thank you very much. Government Secondary School, Apo. Government Secondary School, Apo. The representatives come forward, please. And ladies and gentlemen, School for the Gifted, Gwagwalada. Let's see, there are two ladies from the National Council for Women's Societies. Let's get just one paper, and then a returning officer will bring it to me unaccompanied. Thank you very much. The very next one. I have one more left, I guess. Oh, two people for me. Gentlemen, Okumawumi College, who says Okumawumi College, who says to come forward, please begin. The ballot box can then leave that and leave that. Ladies and gentlemen, the last secondary school to invited to. Thank you. Bwari zone, we have the Government Secondary School, Bwari, and we have represented the school. Can we give them a round of applause? There you go. Obamire, Kende, a round of applause for them. And we have Kuje zone, Handmaid Girls Secondary School, Kuje, and Christopher and Isiwale Benedicta. Princess Jude. Kudirat and Abdulrazak. North Government Secondary School, Apollo Settlement, Aliyu.
Mr. Speaker, evening here represented, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring the students especially, and welcome all of you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. I think I should say I'm standing with all existing protocols as laid out by the Master of Ceremony. And I have to thank you, MC, for a very kind introduction. Thank you very much. Doing an excellent work. I'm going to quickly take you through the rules of this competition. I want to believe that we're all set. Are we? D, all of the above.
A.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid that's wrong. Bonus question. Okay, the next school just fix it. All right, the next school, this one goes to you. School for the Gifted. Gwagwalada, you have this bonus question. answered before the time, did they? So they have that. That is correct. Gwagwalada, you can now pick your own question.
Question 26.
Question 26. At what stage is the bill referred to relevant committee for consideration? A, first reading. B, second reading. C, third reading. B, second reading is correct.
Question 10.
Question 10. Which is not one of the services rendered by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILDS? B, drafting of the national budget. D, ICT and legislative database support to the National Assembly.
Option C.
Option C is correct. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. B, Chief Jeremiah Obafemi Awolowo. C, Sir Matthew Bello. D, Joseph Wise. Sorry?
D. Joseph Wise. D.
I'm afraid your answer is wrong. That goes to the next school as a bonus question. Government Day Secondary School, Abaji, have it wrong as well. Give that mark to Jikwoyi because they got the answer that I heard clearly. If there are any discrepancies, we'll resolve before we go into the second round. Is that okay? Is that okay? Fine. We'll resolve that before we go into the second round. It's your turn to take your question. Question number 3. House of Representatives. B, Chairman, National Assembly Service Commission. C, Clerk to the National Assembly. D, President of the Senate.
D. President.
President of the Senate is correct. D. One of the following is not provided in Nigeria. A, citizenship. B, fundamental rights. C, legislature. D. D is correct. Government are constituents to withdraw the mandate of elected representatives before the expiration of their tenure is called A, veto. Or D, impeachment.
D.
B is correct.
Number 2.
Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A, 309. B, 320. C, 310.
D.
D is wrong. The next school. How many sections are there in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? A, 309. B, 320. C, 290. D, 310.
C. 290.
Okay, I will still read you the question.
290.
320 is the correct answer.
Question 8.
Question 8. 2021 appropriation bill was A, budget of sustaining growth and job creation. B, budget of recovery and growth. D, budget of economic recovery and resilience.
C.
C is the wrong answer.
B.
Is that your final answer? I'm afraid you don't have it as well. So to the public and your school.
My name is Gwagwalada from JSSDD.
And your answer is
D.
D. D is the right answer. Please, a round of applause for her. Bill is forwarded to the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives with a covering letter from A. Attorney General of the Federation, B. Chief Justice of Nigeria, C. D. The Minister of Internal Affairs.
C.
Is that the correct and final answer from your team? C is correct. What option are you picking? What number are you picking?
Question 4.
Question 4. Hugh Clifford. C. Bernard Bordelon. And D. Herbert.
Option D.
Option D is correct.
B.
Let me get it clearly.
B.
B is the correct answer. Question 6. At first reading, what does it mean to table a bill? A. When the clerk places the bill on the table before the President of the Senate or the Speaker of the House of Representatives. B. When the Majority Leader tables the bill for consideration. C. When the sponsor of the bill distributes the bill to all legislators for debate. D. None of the above.
None of the above.
Is that your final answer? I'm afraid you're wrong. Final answer as well.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have to do
My name is Ikena from GSH, and the answer is
A. A indeed is the correct answer. Title of the bill. B. Short title of the bill. C. Explanatory memorandum of the bill. D. All of the above.
B.
The final answer?
Yes.
B is correct. Number 22. Who moves the bill? A. Sponsor of the bill. B. Chief Whip. C. Majority Leader. I didn't catch your option. B is your final answer?
Yes.
I'm afraid you missed it. Handmaid girls, you have time to make up. It's the wrong answer as well, so it's now to the public. Answer. Sponsor of the bill is the one who moves the motion for second reading of a non-executive 38. The representatives are resolved by A. President of the Senate, B. Committee of the Whole, C. Conference Committee, and D. Clerk to the National Assembly.
C.
Final answer?
Yes.
C. Conference Committee is correct. B. 10th.
B. Yes, ma'am.
Your option again?
B.
I'm afraid B is the wrong answer. The next school to the process of lawmaking is called A. Access to plenary. B. Public inquiry. C. Public.
C.
C. Public hearing. Your final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. 38. That's been taken already.
40.
Question 40. And expanded its mandate to enable it A. Work full-time. B. Provide capacity development for educationists and researchers. C. D. Source for its funding.
Option A.
Final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid that's wrong. The next school has that particular question. That's Handmaid. You guys read the same time. Sorry?
Do not carry my manuals.
Okay.
Option C.
Option C. Yes, indeed. Provide capacity development services to demographic.
B.
Your final answer?
B.
Indeed. B is the right answer, so there's a David Mark with a 1% president of power to pass bills into law. B, that's A. B, the House of Representatives can on its own pass bills into law. C, the Senate and House of Representatives are chambers of concurrent jurisdiction. House of Representatives are appointed by the presidency. Is that your final answer? C is your final answer? It's correct. Of concurrent jurisdiction. That's why you will hear that sometimes the law is passed in the House. They're waiting for concurrence from the Senate, or it's passed in the Senate, and you're 65. D, 1979.
D. D.
Is your final answer?
Yes.
D, 1979 is correct. I think next time I'm going to pass this to a parent or a teacher here. Secondary school, Bwari.
Question 37.
Question 37. The following are organs of the National Assembly except A, National Assembly Service Commission, B, National Institute, National Assembly Office for Legislative Research and Training.
C.
The final answer?
Yes.
I'm afraid you don't have that. Handmaid girls.
D.
D is the correct answer. Of how many members? A, 320. B, 350. C, 360.
C.
You're correct? You're sure of that?
Yes.
That answer is correct. C, 316 is correct. Right A, Right Honorable Yakubu Dogar. B, Dr. Ahmed Lawan. C, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila. D, Right Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase.
C.
Your final answer?
Yes.
You're sure of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, C is the correct answer. A, Senator Ike Ekweremadu. B, Senator Bukola Saraki. C, Senator Ahmed Lawan.
C.
The final answer?
B.
C. Your final answer? Your final answer?
C.
C is correct. Well, I guess the incumbent will also be really confusing for the children, but hey, incumbent means the person who is A, 774, B, 670, C, 700, D, 800. Answer?
Yes.
A is the correct answer. There are 774 local government areas, except the president of Nigeria can remain in office for as long as he or she is re-elected. That's not true. They can't remain in office for as long as they're re-elected. They can only. Now that question is very important because that change was made very recently. I think it was made in 2019. Okay, it was not imputed. Yes. Okay. I don't know if my.
Thank you very, very much. I'd like to call for a big round at the top of the table. Don't worry, you'll get it better next time. Alright? And somebody.
Yes, from the audience.
Oh, okay. On the audience?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, we are not taking observations at this point. If you have anything for them, wave up. We can even wait, they will come to you. Just wave up hand. You're not interested. Okay, please tell our questions correctly from amongst the audience. And so we have someone here who is going to help us present gifts to them very quickly. I'd like to invite Professor Lubu Yakub, the chairman of the Advisory Board. Janet, GSS Kasa. Blessed and precious college, you answered twice, 2 questions. Where's she or he? Okay. All right. Jinodu Karima, Handmaid Girls Secondary School. Obosi Joseph again from GSS Kubwa. Ilyasu S. Halima from GSS Bwari. Now, in the hall, if there are any persons who actually did answer the questions correctly from the quiz mistress from amongst the audience and you were not called out, can you just read? We want to be very transparent. Did I say stand up? Chairman, Secretary of Education Board FCT, and collect your gifts. The still cameras are
still cameras are here.
On the left-hand side. No, pick yours and walk out this way. Yeah, walk back this way. Thank you. Please put your hands for these teachers. Thank you very much. Are more teachers coming out? If you're not a teacher and you come out here to claim to be one, guess what will happen? The employment you have will be taken from you. One more, please. Okay, two more. That came with you. To then go into the presentation of gifts to the participating students. Please, I'd like to invite distinguished guests who are here to schools. First, I'd like to invite the former CNA. Gidan Rabia, Jaffa, and Obama. The next set will be Handmaid Girls Secondary School, Kuje, Kuje, Sylvia, and Oye Roslyn. Come on. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together for that. Obateru Toluwani Elizabeth. Whilst you're getting the songs for the champions ready, let me then move on to thanking the members. School Abaji. The 2 students from the school, can you step forward quickly? Thank you very much. It's presenting to them the certificate of participation too. Certificate of their position as second prize winners. They have a trophy to go home with. Thank you so much. And he's presenting to the School of the Gifted. Gwagwalada. Please a round. Thank you. Thank you. And just as rightly observed, the first secondary school we called out were the Jikwoyi secondary school, second was government secondary school, Bwari, and then the third like that. I think something happened today that is quite a sweet coincidence if you ask me. So, we'd like to thank the speaker, the president of the Senate, represented here by State Senator Abaji. Let's put your hands together for him one more time. And he's presenting to the first prize winners, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2021 NILDS quiz competition for elementary secondary school. For celebration a bit later, but for now, I'd like to also announce that while the President of the Senate representative is still there, I'd like to announce that from the very minute he took over the reins of power in the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies as the Director General, the DG, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, introduced an endowment. And this endowment came in, he actually gives it to the first prize winners. And the endowment is inclusive of payment of his first year school fees in any Nigerian university for these two. This applause for me is not enough for school fees. Government National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Your Excellency, the Speaker, House of Representatives, committing to the Standing Committee for National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Dr. Abaji.
Thank you. On behalf of the DG, management and staff of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, Speaker of the House of Representatives, and alternate chair of the NILDS Governing Council, every council member present, our partners NTA, and the FCT Secondary Education Board. I want to appreciate it very much. Committee, you guys were wonderful. This is, for you finish, what it is. I appreciate you. And I want to also appreciate my co-directors and everybody who has ensured that this is the success that we have had. Very especially, I want to thank my sister.
On our way out. And thank you very much indeed. All right, national